Hello again and welcome to this session, which is in effect the third lesson, lesson 3. Lesson 2 was in 2 parts. Now, before we embark on today's specific topic, we just recap on the last one, the one that I posted in the second lesson, basically looking at those 6 words: Amai, Baba, Kiti, Gonzo, Wuku, Zai. And as I said, I emphasized, especially when it came to the post, the text that I put up above the post on the Facebook link, I encouraged you to make yourself a fool today in order to be a wise person tomorrow. What that means is, do not be ashamed to learn. And whenever you learn something, you expose yourself as ignorant. But when you expose your ignorance today, you enable yourself to build up your knowledge for tomorrow, rather than finding yourself hiding your ignorance today, then discovering that in 5, 10, 20 years' time, something that is very simple and is expected of you to know, you are completely ignorant because you didn't want to shame yourself when you were younger. So, going back to those 6 words, when you make yourself a fool in learning them, one way of making yourself a fool about those words, with regard to those words, is just going through that rhyme. Amai baba kiti gonzo huku zai. Amai baba kiti gonzo huku zai. And you can sort of twist it any which way you wish in order to make it more interesting to yourself. Amai baba kiti gonzo huku zai. 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 So, and so on and so forth. Devise your own way of going round learning those words so that you master them and they can be of use to you in the future, especially should you visit Zimbabwe if you are currently residing outside the country, or perhaps have been outside the country ever since birth or ever since your childhood, and now you find yourself keen to visit Zimbabwe, or you just happen to be visiting with your parents. You can at least say those words. Now, I just wanted today to go on to an extended way of the use of these 2 of these words, Baba and Amai. Within the Zimbabwean context, any man who is of the same age as your father may be a total stranger to you, as long as they are of the same age as your father, or slightly younger, or considerably older. Any man who falls into that category, whether you know them or they are a total stranger, you also refer to them as Baba. So let us suppose you are in a supermarket or you are at a street market and you want the attention of somebody of the age of your father. you wouldn't just say in Zimbabwe, "You man, come here. You man, I need help." You would say to them, "Baba, ndinokumbirawo rubatsiro," something like that. So you address them as Baba. The same applies to women of the same age group as your mother, or slightly younger, or considerably older. You refer to them as Amai as well, because Shona culture is built in the first place on kinship, relationships, and the other important pillar, which is why kinship is important. The other important pillar when we move across the whole society is respect. Respect. So that respect is shown in the way people address one another. So somebody of the same age group as your father, you address them as if they were your own father, because that enables you as a young person to be respectful towards that person. And it also enables that other person to respect you and refer to you as your son, as his son or his daughter. Similarly, when you refer to a woman you do not know or who is not your biological mother as Amai, it enables you to respect that woman, and they will feel you are well brought up when you use that term, when you use that word to refer to them. You approach them and call them Amai. They feel you are somebody who is well brought up. And the mere fact of your referring to them with that word also opens the way for them to treat you with respect, because they know you have good manners. They will also call you mwana wangu, which means my son, my daughter, and they will give you whatever advice, whatever assistance or support you need in the given situation. So the application, the wider application of those two words or titles, Baba and Amai, that is basically the main point of today's lesson, lesson 3. And since we are approaching Christmas, Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you have a good celebratory, fun time with your families, friends, and any kin, and you get into the new year in good health and ready to develop your lives further the way you desire. And with regard to these lessons, you are able to get into the new year building upon the few lessons that we have had and moving on to other things that will help you widen, broaden, consolidate, and deepen your knowledge of Shona. Obviously, we are not going to become experts and get a GCE O-level certificate out of this, or a ZIMSEC certificate out of this, or a GCSE, depending on where you reside. But at least you will hopefully get that basic knowledge that will enable you to interact with other people when you visit Zimbabwe, or should you one day decide to go and settle there, you will have a good, solid starting point in terms of whatever you wish to be engaging in within the country. Thank you very much. Happy Christmas and a healthy new year to you all.